Hello everyone! We are so happy to see you here for a new Burda style video. Today we will be presenting the model 5A, which is found on the cover of the #1 issue of Burda Easy for January and February 2023. Together we will make this cropped bomber jacket, which can be made in so many different versions according to the length and material you choose. So you can change your style in no time at all. Your look can be urban or classic with features such as the elastic sleeves, pockets, gently curved neckline, and zipper. This jacket will be a must-have all year long. As for the fabric, we chose the same one found in the magazine. This knit sweatshirt material is soft, supple, and super warm. You can find it on the website of our partner C. Pauli, specialized in GOTS certified organic fabrics. As far as supplies goes, you will need matching thread, a separating zipper, interfacing, elastic, pins, a sewing machine needle, a safety pin, sewing scissors, a tape measure, a hand sewing needle, chalk, a pencil, a pen, a ruler, a tracing wheel, and Burda style tracing paper. And don't forget to take your measurements and compare them with those in your magazine. This will help you determine the best fit for you. As a reminder, our patterns do not have seam and hem allowances included, so you have to add them every time. Now, cut out or transfer pieces 1 to 7 from the pattern sheet #1 and place them on the fabric according to the cutting layout. Transfer the outline of the pieces and add the allowances and notches found in the instructions for your model. I am using a tracing wheel and tracing paper to transfer all the lines and notches to the opposite side of the fabric. Before I remove the pins from my cut pieces, I carefully place the paper underneath the fabric and run the tracing wheel along the pattern lines and over the notches. You can find more details in the instructions of your tracing paper. Now cut out the interfacing for piece 7 and the facing for piece 1 and press these onto the pieces. The first step is the pockets. I neaten the top edge of the pocket and press as I fold its facing to the wrong side. I pin it and stitch on the right side 2.5 centimeters from the edge. I then fold and press the allowance from the bottom edge of the pocket to the wrong side of the fabric. I place the pocket on the front side piece according to the notches, pin the bottom edge, and stitch close to the fold. I pin the side edges of the pocket onto the front side piece. You can also baste here. Then I place the front side piece on the front piece, right sides together. I pin the seam divider and gather the allowances starting from notch 1. I neaten the edges together and press the seam toward the front. Second step, the sleeves and sides. I neaten the seam allowances that will be under the front and back sleeves, as well as the side edge of the back and front pieces. I place the side edges of the front piece on the side edges of the back piece, right sides together, pin, and stitch starting from notch 2. Now, I press the seam open. I then place the front sleeves and the back sleeves, right sides together, pin the allowances under the sleeve, and gather them starting from notch 3. Now, I press the seams open. I then place the sleeve on the back and front pieces, right sides together, making sure the sleeve and side seams match up and that notch 5 of the sleeve and front armhole match up. I pin the allowances and then gather them. I reduce and neaten the allowances together. Then I press the seam toward the sleeve. I place the front sleeve piece on the back sleeve piece, right sides together, pin the sleeve allowances, and gather them starting from notch 6. I reduce and neaten the allowances together, then I press the seam toward the back. The third step is the facings. I first neaten the shoulders of the back and front pieces. I place the back facing and the front facing, right sides together, pin the shoulder allowances, stitch them starting from notch 7, and press the seam open. I then place the facing on the neckline of the back and front pieces, right sides together, pin the allowances, and stitch. I trim the allowances and clip the curves. I neaten the outer edges of the facing, fold it inward, and press the seam and front edges. I attach the facing to the sleeve seams with a few stitches by hand. The fourth step is the zipper. After cutting it down to size if needed, I open the zipper and place it right side up under the front edge, starting at the hemline so that the teeth protrude. I pin it and fold the ribbon that is sticking out of the neckline. Now I baste the zipper under the front edge. I've already installed the zipper foot, and now I stitch the front edge with the zipper. I do the same thing for the other front edge. The last step is the hems. I neaten the hems of the jacket and the sleeves, then I fold the allowances towards the opposite side of the fabric while pressing and pinning. I top stitch the hem of the jacket and make a back stitch at each end. I thread the elastic through the hem and secure the ends by top stitching the front edge close to the closure. You can always cut the elastic again if it extends beyond the front edge. I top stitch the sleeve hem and finish with a back stitch at each end, leaving a small opening under the sleeve for the elastic to pass through. I thread the elastic through the sleeves, overlap the ends of the elastic by 1 centimeter, and sew them by hand. Then, I close the sleeve opening with a few stitches. And that's it! Your bomber jacket is done. Feel free to make it in different lengths according to your style and taste. This month, we also have a video tutorial for the hooded dress found in the same issue of Burda Easy for January to February 2023. Don't forget to follow us on social media where you can also share your gorgeous creations. I will see you very soon for the next model. Burda Style would like to thank and recommend its fabric partner, C. Polly. Thank you for following us and see you soon for a new Burda Style tutorial.